Mike's on.
All right, the best businesses are always improving. That's why Spectrum Business is doubling their starting internet speeds from 100 to 200 megabits per second without increasing the price. Now businesses in New York City can get Spectrum Business internet with speeds starting at 200 megabits per second, and prices is still starting at $44.99 per month. That speed other providers can't beat at prices they can't match, which means you'll get faster internet so you can accomplish more every day. Plus, you'll have more bandwidth to power everything that is connected to your network. So you save money, take advantage of the opportunity to improve your business. 866-750-9726. 866-750-9726. Switch to Spectrum Business today, and you'll get business, and you'll get speed, and you'll get everything you need at a price that you will like a lot. Yankee baseball's the bottom of the hour. Anthony in South Orange. What's up, Anthony?
Hey, thanks for taking the call.
Yeah,
Mike.
what's happening?
Hey, Mike, quickly, man, I just wanted to make a point about last night's game.
Yeah, go ahead.
A quick one.
Okay.
I think the refs really took the steam and the attention and the stuff that everybody would have for the second game and the rest of the series. Not only they took it from Cleveland, they took it a lot from the fans and the rest of the world. And also, I want you to make a comment on Delaware. I heard that they became the first state.
They will Tuesday.
So,
Tuesday, 12:30, correct.
Yeah. Just want to hear your thoughts on that. I think they took a lot of attention away now because most people are going to think, well, you can't watch this anymore because we already know what the outcome is going to be. Again, after people thinking that it was going to be a blowouts in every game, we had an interest in, okay, this is going to be a series, and I think the refs took the steam away from not only the Cavs but to the fans and really the country and the world. That's just my opinion.
I understand, and I know people are going to say now what's going to happen when we have legalized gambling. People are going to be saying, look what happens every time there's a peculiar call. Will there be more of that? Yeah, I think there will be more scrutiny of that. I think the two areas where there'll be more scrutiny will be players in college and officials in the professional ranks. Scott in East Hanover. What's up, Scott?
Michael, welcome back,
Thank
my
you.
friend.
What's up?
Listen, when you were gone, I want to compare it to like when they built the Meadowlands in the swamp and the seagulls, they still come back. I was looking for you on the radio every day, but couldn't find you. But it's so great to have you back,
Thank
brother.
you,
It really is.
Thank you.
Mike, last night, I'm not a LeBron lover, but I got to tell you, this guy's a beast, and he went all in last night. And I think they're going to be fine. I think they'll go 6-7. They got to get past what happened last night. These are professional players. The guy made a mistake. Who says that he was even going to go to the hole and score? I mean, what do you think? 5, 6, 7? Where do you think the series is going to wind up, Mike?
5. Abe in Brooklyn. What's up, Abe?
Hey, Mike. How's it going?
What's happening?
For all the callers that are saying that the refs are that the NBA is fixed, don't you think that would be in the NBA's best interest to give the game to the Cavs if it was fixed? Because the Warriors are going to win.
Yes. The win last night is a complete referendum that the games are on the level, because the game, without any question, the NBA would have been thrilled. They would have been overjoyed had the Cavaliers won the game. So anybody who thinks otherwise is just clueless, because that game is a referendum that the games are on the level, because the outcome did not help the NBA. Pete in New Brunswick, what's up, Pete?
Hey, Mike, whether it's college or the NBA, replay doesn't work in basketball, and here's why. Because it's the only sport where they utilize replay where they don't utilize it for the whole game. So if that call was at 2 minutes and 5 seconds, they wouldn't even be able to go replay it. So I get for the fans the last 2 minutes are important, but if you look analytically at a basketball game, every possession is just as important as possessions in the last 2 minutes. So it's only in the NBA where they can utilize replay in the last 2 minutes. That's why it makes no sense.
I understand what you're saying, but again, they're not looking at it like that. You're looking at it more from a different point of view than they are. James in Long Island, what's up, James?
Hey, Mike, what's going on?
What's happening?
So I know that J.R. Smith messed up, but it did take the game into overtime, and while it broke the spirits of the Cavs, they still had a fresh 5 minutes to win the game. So people were talking like J.R. Smith blew the game and didn't score to win. He just scored, it went into overtime still. They still had basically a fresh start, even though they were demoralized.
Absolutely. But, what happens is when you extend those games, a lot of times the better team wins, and that's what happened last night. And plus, the home team often wins, so that's what happened last night. So extending the game is not advantageous to the underdog. That's number one. You're right. They had every chance to win the game, no question. And it was a very tough loss for them, which is why it will be tough to overcome, because they did really put together a game that was very much a winning effort for them last night. Robin Livingston, what's up, Rob?
Hey, Mike. I agree with you on everything you said. I mean, that call was so wrong on so many fronts. But let me ask a question. Could the refs have not made any call, since they were going to the replay anyway? Don't call it either way. Don't call it a charge. Don't call it a block. And that way that you come out and you say, here's what we're calling. Because once you call it a block, once you call it a charge, then you're locked in. You know what I'm saying?
No, I understand what you're saying. But, again, to me, what it's about is once you make a call, let the call stand unless you have overwhelming evidence. If they had called that first a block and they reversed it, I would have thought they had no right to reverse it based on what we saw. That's how I would have thought about it the same way. Scott and Dix Hills, what's up, Scott? Scott, there we go. Scott, what's up?
Okay, how are you?
Good.
Good to hear your voice back on the radio. Just wanted to, I kind of got my thunder stolen a little bit.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask you directly about, with the advent of more gambling coming in, the scrutiny that whether you're going to get more phone calls with skeptical approaches.
Yes, we will.
And people think, people think about the dramatic play, whether it's going to be the quarterback that throws that interception at the wrong time or doesn't call a timeout, or the star pitcher who gives it up. But it could be more subtle. It could be the star defensive lineman who gets a sack and a half every game, who all of a sudden disappears in a game or gets quiet. And those, it's not always the dramatic play that people could be skeptical about. And it's very likely you're going to get more phone calls like that.
No question. I think, Scott, I think that will happen. I think it's human nature that it will happen. I think everyone understands that that's a price you'll pay, and it's the price you pay for something new happening. I think that will happen. Yes, there'll be more scrutiny. I would be shocked if there isn't. Josh in New Paltz, what's up, Josh?
Good evening, Mike.
And good evening,
Mike. I don't understand why these days none of these playoff teams, these elite NBA teams, have the personnel like maybe the Knicks would have in the 80s or 90s. To deal with a Draymond Green. I mean, to just let him series after series frustrate people, get in people's heads, be a bully out there. Why, they've got 12 men. They shortened their rotation to 7. Why, please tell me, why don't they have a guy on the bench that can get out there and mix it up? Tristan Thompson does it. Now you might lose a player. Like, why don't they have those guys anymore?
I think they have guys like that. I just think the game's changed a lot. I mean, the game has changed a great deal. It's a game now that relies a lot more on flow. It's a game now that relies a lot more on the three-point shot. John in Brooklyn, what's up, John?
Hey, Mike, I just want to know what went through your mind when you saw J.R. Smith running away with the ball last night. And also, I want to commend LeBron on refusing to throw Smith under the bus in the postgame.
He did not throw him under the bus. He said, I am not. They asked him repeatedly, and then he got up and left because he didn't like one of the questions. He did not throw him under the bus. What was I thinking? I was thinking typical JR. That's really what as someone as we have seen around here do some things like that, I was like, oh, no. I mean, obviously, your first reaction is, oh, no. And then I was like, typical JR. That one of the three did not bother me as much as the other two. The reversal bothered me the most. Hill missing the free throw bothered me the second most. And then JR was third. I don't know that he would have automatically scored. That's number one. Number two, whatever reason you want to call it, just being around him too long, JR doesn't surprise me when he does things like this. He really doesn't. I mean, it's kind of his way. He's kind of out there. Paul in Roxbury, what's up, Paul?
Mike, pleasure to speak with you.
My pleasure. What's up?
Read an article today that Major League Baseball is looking at potential expansion. If it's like I just give two words why there shouldn't be potential expansion. Hansel Robles, why is this guy still on the team? I know he's number 24, 25, but he's got a 96-mile-an-hour straight fastball. I knew the game was over when he came in. And secondly, what would you do with the Mets with their mix of Lugo, Gazelman, Vargas? But please tell me what we should do for an optimistic Mets fan.
Listen, I think you stay the course with your two big pitches and build around them and see if you can get some healthy pitches around them and take a run at this. You have not had your order in any way healthy the entire season. You would think you'd get a period in the season where you're going to get a run. Now, maybe you won't. Maybe you're not going to be lucky enough to get that. They have to get Cespedes back in the lineup. They have to get Conforto or Bruce hitting. I would take 2 out of 4 right now of the guys, Frazier, Conforto, Cespedes, and Bruce, as long as one of the 4 is Cespedes. Cespedes can carry the team. There's nobody else there that can carry the team. If you want positives for the Mets that I've seen in the last couple of days, there's a couple of them. Number 1 is Nimmo and his performance, which is getting stronger by the day. Number 2 is Rosario and his performance. You saw him, the young man, the other night, show you real bat power, real speed, and then real defensive abilities to make that play up the middle that saved the game. And you saw all 3 of those in short order, and there's a player there. There's a player in there that can come out. You know, Cabrera's been very good. The Mesoraco trade has turned out to be positive for them. They've gotten a little shot in the arm from him. He's also been a very good catcher so far, and he's had a couple of big home runs. They need to get Cespedes back from whatever he's doing, healthy, focused, and ready to carry this team, because that's the only way the team flies, is if Cespedes is the one that is the wings. He is the guy that makes all the difference. There's no one else there that can make that difference on that team except him. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Hopefully it's a decent weekend with the weather as lousy as it's been. And what I would say to you on this Friday evening is Yankee baseball is next.